Cases like this are common for the East Baton Rouge Parish Child Welfare and Attendance Department.
A student had run away from home, and the dad was actually at the school reporting it at the time when I arrived at the school. There was very little that I could do, but the police were involved. And when I found out later about the case, the child had actually run away from home because of what was going on between the parents.
This entity falls under EBR's school system, and their main goal is to prevent truancy across the parish. What does it mean to be truant? Well, Director of EBR's Child Welfare and Attendance, Tirza Smith, can help define it.
Well, truancy is any unauthorized absence from school where a student would not have a legitimate reason for being absent.
Louisiana law requires a specific amount of time that a student must attend, and if kids miss much more than that, they're in danger of not being promoted to the next grade, regardless of the grade received in the class. Over 8 million U.S. students miss nearly a month of school each year, but the Child Welfare and Attendance Program is here to prevent that from happening. Children who are in elementary school and middle school are only allowed to miss 10 days per year of unexcused absences, while in high school they're only allowed to miss 5 days per semester.
The school will reach out to the parents indicating that there's 3 days unexcused absence or there's 3 days tardy. However, when it reaches 5, then it is routed to Child Welfare and Attendance, and we start to look into why those unexcused absences are happening. And of course, it could be by way of extenuating circumstances, but we won't know that until we actually reach the parent, talk with the parent, and to find out what's going on.
Although some may believe that truancy is a student's lack of interest in school, many other factors could lead to the student's absence, such as home, illness, transportation, homelessness, or even the parent's problems. Truancy workers try to get to the real reasons children are skipping school.
We deal with the total child. We deal with grades. We deal with behavior or the lack of. We deal with situations in the home, like I mentioned. It depends on how open the parent is willing to be with you.
The CWA department plays a unique role in helping troubled families. They enforce state laws, but along the way, they connect families with counseling and other community services and resources. They make home visits, supervise schools, and take severe truancy cases to court.
If it's a parental issue, then we do the investigation and find out that it's just a truly legitimate truant case, then we route those parents to truancy court, which is a preventative first level of intervention hearing to prevent them, if at all possible, once we put things in place for them or whatever resources are needed, to prevent them from going on to juvenile court through Division A and Division B.
However, to try to prevent this from happening, CWA lays down the law. Parents are invited to truancy workshops that are held annually and hosted by the CWA office.
But we explain to them what excused absences are, what truancy is, that they can write a parent note and how many parent notes they can write per semester, which is 5. Other than that, then they need to bring in doctor's excuses. They need to bring in anything that's legitimate to show that it is legitimate absence.
During the workshops, they also cover the different protocols that need to happen if the student is facing an extenuating circumstance, such as homelessness, fire in the home, chronic illness, or death in the family.
We explain all of this at the truancy workshop so everyone has informed knowledge of what truancy is and what you need to do as a parent.
The Child Welfare and Attendance Department is a force to be reckoned with. They look over the prosperity of the students and for EBR schools. They believe that the more students are in class, the more likely children stay out of trouble and graduate. For North Shore News, I'm Rachel Riley reporting.